Okay, hey there everyone, this is Piper here, and this is another Napoleon Total War battle. This is a 1 versus 1 battle, and my opponent is Captain Muria, and the map is Italian Grassland. This is a 1 versus 1 battle replay. So I think I was actually trying to get the 50 multiplayer wins badge, and I think this win actually helped. It was quite close to getting the badge, and I only had a few more wins to get after this win. But this is a very, very close battle. Obviously it's France versus Prussia. So we'll go through my army. Again, I played this battle a long time ago. I need to go through the units. 1, 2, 3. So we get 5 Fusiliers of line, 1 Swiss foot, 1 militia, looks like 3 units of Voltigers, and we have 2 6-inch howitzers, and we have 2 Orgard at the back, and also have 3 units of Lancers at the back here. Just see if you can find the general. So the general here is Marshal Ney. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not the best at French pronunciations. So he's a relatively good commander. So fast forward this, hopefully we can see the enemy, see what he has. So the enemy has, or the enemy player has 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 units of lights, Jaegers. He has a unit of foot guards there, always good. 2 units of musketeers right there. 1 unit of lancers, cuirassiers right there. So his army's quite spaced out, so obviously he knows what he's doing. General staff, another unit of foot guards there, another unit of, well, I've already counted that Jaeger, foot guards, musketeers, more lancers, and he has a unit of 6-pounder horse artillery on the right flank there. So everything's kind of spaced out. Where he's left is artillery quite vulnerable, so a quick charge at the start, ran in to try and catch it. See here, the artillery is quickly lumbering up to get the artillery out of danger, and he has his lancers coming in to counter charge. And I think we did catch him. He did get a few kills, possibly. Maybe he's not. We didn't get any kills there, but we forced him to bring out his cavalry. The cuirassiers are very, very expensive, so we're getting some good damage on them. And we've got some good damage on the other unit of lancers, and he's quickly charged forward his musketeers there. You see there, he got his artillery out just in time. They were almost caught, but we're still charging forward, and that's one of the units of cavalry just routed there. So he's lost a unit of cuirassiers, I think that's how you pronounce it, and he's lost a lot of troops on his lancers. So cavalry's gone in for the charge against the artillery, and they finally caught up. So he's lost some of the artillery right there. I think they're gone, I think.
Our men are running, sir.
So he's lost the artillery on that side. I've pulled back my remainder of that cavalry force. Still have 39 units of 39 men strong lancers coming back. He has a lot more on that side now. So we've taken out that artillery, but we've lost some cavalry there. So looking at the stats point of view, I don't know who came out on top there, but obviously we were quite proactive there. We forced him to do things, and he lost a unit of cuirassiers as well, which are very, very powerful. So both armies are marching forward. Usually in Napoleon Total War, there's like rules in the multiplayer battles. However, in this battle, artillery was allowed, and I tend to find that when artillery is allowed, it's good to bring artillery because it forces the other person to make, like, not sit back. Like for example here, I have 2 units of artillery left. I've got two 6-inch howitzers, who, to be honest, in this battle didn't really do much, but it means that I can fire at him without him firing at me, because I think that was his only unit of artillery. Yeah, that's all his artillery gone. So by taking out his artillery at the start, I'm forcing him to come to me, which provides a lot of benefits. It means that you get the first shot in, you do more damage at the start, he has to react to what you do, and in the Total War games, in all the Total War games, but especially in Empire and Napoleon, so much comes down to the first shot, getting in contact and firing. If you get the first shot in, you do a lot more damage, do a lot more kills. There's the howitzers, who are firing upon the Jaegers. This is the right way to advance an army. You want your army to be a long line. It reduces the damage that they'll take, and that's good, but at the same time it's bad because it makes them vulnerable to cavalry strikes or concentrated attacks. But he shouldn't have to worry about that too much because he does have the cavalry advantage, and I still do have 2 units of Ogard at the back as well. So I have 2 units of lights, Voltigers. They're actually in the forest, and they have an advantage over him here. The Prussian lights are better than the French lights. However, the forest gives them cover, and it decreases the chance that they'll take damage. So they do have the advantage here. However, the cavalry's going in for a charge. That's another thing. Cavalry's less effective in forested areas, so they'll be coming in for a charge, and already the morale's low. So we're going to rush forward our Fusiliers, and they're going to get some shots in against the cavalry. But he's also taking damage from his own fire as well, because he's got them on auto fire, and he actually shot his own horse there. So the Fusiliers have run forward, and they're getting some good shots on the cavalry, because we can't win this light battle here, so it doesn't matter if these guys go down, but if we can take out the cavalry, maybe it's like hold them up whilst the Fusiliers run in. Just gotta watch with the lights though. They have a range advantage over my line, so we don't want to be sitting here too long. On the right flank, we've got 2 units of musketeers, Prussian musketeers running over with his lancers, and I have 2 units of Ogard here, and I've got 1 unit of lancers at the back with Marche Ney.
Our men are running, sir.
So that's my lights routing now. But they've done a lot of damage against the Prussian horse. So they're charging forward. I think these guys go into square formation possibly. Yeah, these guys go into square, and they don't hold out too well against infantry in square. Horse won't charge through spikes, so these guys are going to get destroyed. Plus the cuirassiers, they're a very expensive horse, probably the best, one of the best horse units in the game. So you want to really use them at the right time, and they're just routed. So we still got our artillery doing damage, not doing a lot of damage, but forcing him to come forward, getting the first shots in. Light's doing a good job. Got a unit of militia in the house there. And the main reason for bringing militia in the game is, in this situation, I really want to sort of draw fire. Don't really expect these guys to get too many kills. They're really just to take musket fire. Certain armies like Russia, you can incorporate militia into the main line because it's fairly cheap. Like the Cossacks, cavalry are really cheap and win by numbers. Like go for the outflank with the militia. But in this situation, I'm really using the militia to like take a central position, take the fire. They'll have a morale effect. They'll get slightly longer range as well, and still has some artillery. I think they came back from routing, but it's only horse artillery, it's not howitzers, so it'll be fairly limited in this game. And he has the units of the two lancers and the musketeers. I think there's two musketeers over here. So you got the battle in the centre here. He's doing the two-line attack, putting his lights in front of his infantry. That's really effective.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Some of his line isn't in the forest. All of my line is on this side. So he does have a slight advantage, especially with the firepower coming in. I do have a Swiss foot somewhere as well, if I can find him. Fusiliers. So we've got two Swiss foot and one unit of Fusiliers are on the right flank. We have the Old Guard in reserve. And we've got our last unit of Lancers striking the flank there of the Foot Guards and the Jaegers. And I quickly pulled out the Lancers there, and it forced him to go into square mode. And it takes more damage from my musketeers, my Fusiliers rather. And when he's in a line like that, he's more vulnerable to cavalry chargers, melee attacks. So we're just gonna go in for an attack, possibly like fake the attack. So we've actually attacked there, getting some good kills. Probably withdraw him straight away. And because his cavalry was on the other side of the battlefield, and again, attack there, withdrawn. And he has taken damage from that. Winning in the centre there, however, he's charged in the Lancers. I think he caught me off guard there as well. They never went to square mode, so they'll probably rout after that. Change tactics with the horse there. Pardon me. He used his Lancers that he brought over to attack my line. I used my Lancer there to attack his centre. And you can see there he's still in square formation. So we're winning on the right flank. But did manage to charge through there, and he took out a unit of artillery that I had. And the battle, I think the battle's pretty much won now. He's attacking the old guard there, but he will manage to get through to the last unit of artillery. So still foot guards left, general staff, Jaegers, musketeers. I think there's another foot guard somewhere.
Our men
He's
are
got
running,
musketeers
sir.
and 2 musketeers coming over. So still fairly tight. I probably have a slight advantage at this point. I do have the old guard left. I do have 6-inch howitzer left as well. Because he does have more light than me right at this point, so he is able to do like what's called kiting. And we're going to charge in the Fusiliers right now. Probably a stupid move actually by me, because they are foot guards and he has got general staff coming over, so they're not going to last too long. Don't know what really I was thinking there, to be honest, but they will get kills. We have the artillery doing some pretty good damage there. I am playing on my laptop and I'm using low graphics. I've got an integrated graphics card, so the graphics aren't amazing, but the game runs pretty fast. So we're going to line up here better. 2 units of musketeers. They've done a good amount of damage on the old guard, and they're going to retreat now, but they're going to get shot in the side by the old guard. Get a volley in. So I did manage to get a volley in. So that unit of Fusiliers actually did really well against the foot guards. Managed to last out a long time there, and that unit of Fusiliers did get some shots in, but he still does have a bit of an advantage here with the foot guards and the general staff. I only have 2 units of Fusiliers and my general staff, or my general. So a good chance these guys are going to rout, and he has the foot guards coming in from the centre as well. So I think these guys are actually hiding in the forest, because I never saw them before. And we have the militia here who are actually coming out now. So I think it looks like my logic here is to concentrate on the left flank. So these militia are going to get mowed down. They're already wavering.
Our men are running, sir.
Though they did manage to get 1 kill somehow. At the very least, they've actually held up this unit of foot guards, because they're actually in the way of. I mean, they would be firing upon my Swiss foot, which has allowed my Swiss foot to actually march forward and get some shots in the musketeers. So the militia actually got 1 kill, possibly, but anyway, they actually held up this side. So they prevented units of musketeers and the foot guards coming over as fast as they could have done. We've got 2 units of Jaegers there and a foot guard. So it's actually quite. My opponent actually managed to pull it back. It's probably about 50-50 right now. But that's when the volley of the old guard comes in. So going to charge the old guard in to take the building. And you can see there the foot guard's doing a lot of damage against the Swiss foot, because the angle is bad for the Swiss foot. It's getting attacked by 2 sides. So our flank's too long. We've withdrawn these guys over to the back. Still got the howitzer and the old guard are now in the building. So the old guard have better melee stats and better firing stats than the foot guards and the musketeers, and we have 2 units of them. So whilst they're trying to take the building, we brought over another unit of old guard who will be getting some kills on the foot guards. And The old guard are really good because they also cause fear amongst the enemy soldiers. And we have the last charge by the cavalry, who are going to charge down the musketeers who are routing there. So if you attack units that are routing, they actually become broken and they won't return from the battle. And this cavalry is actually quite important now for me, because I don't have any lights left at all, and that enables him to do kiting. He has a range advantage against me, so by using the cavalry and be able to kill some of the lights, because I can chase them down, I only have infantry left. And he's actually withdrawing them, but they're within range of the Fusiliers. So that was quite a successful charge there, and they'll come back for a second charge. Right flank, we actually got outflanked there. He brought in his musketeers, and foot guards still firing, which meant the Swiss foot actually routed. So we're going to withdraw that unit old guard to support the centre, because we only have militia. Militia came back from routing, and Fusiliers. We still have our general unit, and the one in the centre there with the Fusiliers.
Our men are running, sir.
Prussia still has his general staff, musketeers, one unit of foot guards and 2 units of musketeers. However, one of the units of musketeers is fighting the old guard, so when they rout, they'll be surrounded. And just check the volley fire from the old guard. They can reload and fire very, very fast, and they're very, very accurate, so they'll do a lot of damage on this side. But Prussia can still hammer and anvil. So as soon as that general goes down, that's effectively game over. And just attack the militia there. So the cavalry was actually attacking in the forest, and something about that, he was actually firing against the militia, and he charged in the cavalry. But when he did that, he never took off fire at will off, so it meant that he was still firing against my militia, which meant he was hitting his own cavalry. So that was a bad move by him, and obviously general's dead, lack of morale now. It's game over. It's just one unit of foot guards left, so we're going to charge in the old guard and get the battle over with.
A glorious victory, sir.
So volley fire there from the old guard, and other unit of old guard charging in for the final assault. So that was a great game. That was a very close game by my opponent. Quite clearly he was an experienced player. He's played a lot of battles in the past, and it was fairly close. So that was well played to Captain Muria, however you want to pronounce it. He thought he played really well. He did well considering he didn't have much artillery. That was a great game. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. This is Piper signing off.